Hey Tucker team, glad you guys joined us today. Excuse me. So it's Saturday, we're going to do some backyard cleaning, some gardening stuff going on. We're going to try to clean up the backyard. This is kind of the beginning of it. Let me see if I can, yeah. So here's we got to clean up the backyard with the toys and stuff. And then we're going to clean up the garden beds and try to build them up over the winter. Maybe plant a few onions and garlic and see how they do. And we're going to bring you guys along with us. These are our pumpkin plants. We're going to leave this bed alone and let the pumpkin plant just kind of do what they do. We planted them a little late this season, so I'm not sure if we're going to get any pumpkin by Halloween. These are the jack-o'-lantern variety. They're just seeds that we picked up at Lowe's, and the vines have taken off really, really well. I love the flowers that they produce on top of there. That's our basil plant. Don't mind that. That's one of my projects. I've got to prune that back and get rid of all the dead parts and get it back to where it's looking nice and pretty. There's our strawberry plant. It's got a runner, and it's already taken root down here with the two that are going. So we're going to leave this bed alone and just kind of let it do what it needs to do. Sorry about that, I'm just coming over a cold. Do what it needs to do. And then we'll clean it out when we need to. And that's our grape plant. Our grapevines are showing pretty good. And then over here, these are the tomatoes. We planted these in March, and they've never gotten any taller. And these are about as big as they get. But I have a plan for them for the next season. I think what I'm going to do is get them in containers. They seem to do better when I have them in containers instead of in the ground itself. These right here are the sweet peppers that we get. They're called gypsy peppers. We use these quite a bit when we're cooking. That still has a little stem on it, so it's not quite ready. But yeah, these started producing really, really well in the last couple of weeks with the cooler weather that we've been getting. We got a little green bell pepper going. We just got the one, and we've got this one getting started to blossom up. And these are our purple bell peppers. We haven't had much success. I think we've only gotten maybe 2 or 3 off of here. I'm thinking that one I'm gonna watch that to make sure. But yeah, like this right here, we've been getting a lot of the blossom end rots on these. So go ahead and take that one off real quick. So like I said, I'm gonna try. They turn out good really, but they always have like the blossom end rot on the end. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but hopefully this one will turn out good. I'm going to try my peppers in a container next season as well. And then those are our poor little bitty blueberry bushes, which obviously are not doing well at all. I'm going to try to build the soil up down here and see if we can't get them going better. So let's go see. I haven't really done much with these. This is one of the areas I'm going to be working on. I'm going to pull all of the weeds and the dead flowers out of this one. And then we're thinking about pulling out this rose bush, because I don't like it. It's thorny and it pops out, and it's hard to get underneath it to clean it. And you see all these little sticker bushes popping up. So we got a lot of work to do out here. And then there's a watermelon that we've got going. I'm gonna let this one, and we have another one on the end growing, and once those grow, we'll go ahead and pull the watermelon out. These are the watermelon vine that we've got going. And then here's our second watermelon. And this is our rosemary bush that I've got to clean. It's dying because the zucchini plant took over. I was not expecting the zucchini to do as well as it did. But yeah, I've got a surprise basil plant that's growing in the middle of all these watermelons, which is pretty cool. Let me see if I can, there it is. I'm not sure if you can, so there's another basil that's growing in there. I've got a bunch of wildflowers planted in there too to kind of help with the pollinators. Here's the zucchini. They're producing still, but I think what I'm gonna do, since we have more zucchini than we know what to do with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pull 1 or 2 of the zucchini plant and then keep just 1 alive if I can figure out where the main root of 1 is. That way we'll have 1 zucchini plant instead of 3. And then we're gonna clear this out and make this where our garden, like the onions and the garlic and stuff like that. I'm thinking about maybe planting a few beans as well as kind of a cover crop for the winter to help get our soil built up and maybe have a better harvest for next spring and summer. And over here is basically where we've been throwing our food scraps to help with the to feed the birds and things like in the other animals, like the lizards and all that stuff. So we throw our food scraps out here and then we bury it. I just haven't had a chance to bury it yet. But what we do is we dig like a little trench in the middle. Hang on one second. So what we do is we dig a trench kind of along the middle of the dirt. And then we...
Don't worry, Mom. I will get a shovel.
Okay.
I'll get a shovel. You get the big shovel. I get the small shovel.
Okay, you can use the small shovel.
Yay!
And then we kind of bury it. Just kind of like a compost type ditch, but it's also, it kind of helps give the birds another place to grab the food and stuff so they keep away from the actual plant itself. We've had pretty good success doing that.
I'm making a tree.
Yeah, you making a stream?
Are we making a tree?
No, we're not going to make a tree here. We got to wait till we get to our forever home before we get our tree. That is the beginning, I guess you call the before section of the video to kind of see what we started with, and hopefully where we end up will be kind of what we have envisioned. Jason's going to go and grab me, I need a compost bin itself, or actually it's going to be like a 32-gallon plastic trash can, so we have plans for that. We're going to drill holes kind of in the bottom and set it up off the ground, that way it can catch any kind of the drippings and things like that, because you can use that dripping also to help water fertilize your garden and your vegetables and things like that. So that's what we've got going, and we're gonna get started. Look who finally decided to come home. I'm making him do. Huh?
This is a lot of work. I didn't sign up for this.
Well, that's what happens when you're gone for 3 weeks. I need help. Some of these are dug in so deep I can't pull them out.
Well, they're dead, so I'm chopping them off.
Yeah. Well, they're like, those were those wildflowers that we planted for the summer. And then some of them are weeds too, of course.
Where all this trash come from, kids?
No, probably from the park with the wind blowing and all that stuff.
What are these things made out of? Kevlar?
That's why I needed your help. I was struggling.
Shoot, I'm struggling.
Especially with those little stupid sticker plant thingies.
I knew these welding gloves would be good for something.
Yeah,
It's raining.
of course. It would rain on the one day that I have with you.
I think the big thing is just getting all these seeds out of here too.
Yeah, that's gonna help out. pumpkin in the backyard is looking, excuse me, is looking much better. We got the trees and trash and all that stuff picked up. We got our little compost trench started with the zucchini plant that we took out because it was still producing but not really good producing. It was starting to die back, so we went ahead and just pulled that out because I'm going to use that section. I don't know if you can see that section back there with the dirt and all that stuff for the onion and the garlic. We are working. We pulled out all of the dead, like the wildflowers and things like that we planted, and the weeds. We pulled all of that out, and we're going to clean that up real good, get that bed made up. And I think we're gonna make that like the butterfly / pollinating type flower bed over there on that side. But I've got to get the soil built up for that. I got my compost bin started. It's just a 20-gallon trash bin. Let me see if I can move. So it's just a 20-gallon trash bin that we're gonna start putting all the clippings and grass and the leaves and all that stuff for our brown. And then we've got the vegetable compost that we have inside that we're gonna start putting in here to kind of help get it started building and breaking down. That way we can use that for our hopeful spring and summer garden that we have planned going on. And over on that row right there is still the pumpkin, but we pulled up the tomatoes, the tomato plant, and we pulled up the purple bell pepper plant, and we're gonna try those again with some containers. I just again want to get some seed in and all that stuff. We'll definitely get that started. That noise you hear is the leaf blower hubby is cleaning off the sidewalks and all that. But yeah, that's what we got going on. We have 2 watermelons in the very back growing. We still don't have any pumpkins, like pumpkin, but I'm enjoying the flowers that are coming off of it anyway, so I'm not complaining. It's a kind of a gloomy, cool day for El Paso. Rainy day as well, so we've kind of been in and out working, getting everything cleaned up. But that was our project for today. We're glad you guys joined us. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more from us.
Emma, before you finish the video, I want to show you my scootering.
I will. Hold on just one second.
The people that are watching this video.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. All the links are down below. We'll see you in our next video. Bye.